It's Thanksgiving break. I'm so excited to go home. Like, my friends are coming back. I'm gonna get to see my family. People are flying in from college. Huh. My ex is coming into town. Should I? Wait, guys, wait. Wait, but like, should I? No! Guys, hey, welcome back to my channel. So, I've never done video essays on this channel, but girl, it's starting today. And I'm just gonna dive in. This is a work in progress, but I'm just gonna dive in. Okay, so the age-old question, guys. Should I get back with my ex? Like, should I get back with them? Should I do anything with them? Guys, I'm here to influence you. I'm here to let you know that that's a bad and stupid idea. I just think that getting back with your ex in any capacity, is stupid. It's embarrassing, and it leads to nothing good. When I say any capacity, I mean, you know, whether it be a kiss, a hangout even. Yeah, I know you guys. I know you guys who like to just like hang out with your ex. Or sleeping with them, or just overall the full fucking set, getting back together with them. It leads to nothing good because, guys, in the end, it'll fail. And you're just gonna have to re-heal a heartbreak that you already went through once. Maybe twice. Maybe thrice for some of y'all. And you're probably looking at me and you're like, what does she know? What makes you so all fucking knowing? And what proof do you have? Ooh, do I have something for you? I would like to introduce you to a little girl who I know as Rory Gilmore. I was rewatching Gilmore Girls, and Rory is like the queen of staying in touch with her ex, like not talking shit about her ex, like getting back with them, breaking up, getting back together, sleeping with them, breaking up marriages. Like, she's crazy. Yeah. We're just gonna look into the life of Rory Gilmore, where she has given us, I'm gonna say, like, countless examples as to why getting back with your ex is stupid. So, let's dive in. So we have Rory's first relationship, Rory and Dean. Boo, Dean hater over here. I'm sorry, I shouldn't like implement my own, like, I don't know if this is the right word, but bias on Dean. But I just wanted to let it know that I'm Team Jess. Anyway, back to the video. So Rory and Dean, they dated, you know, high school sweethearts, cute, right? And then they broke up. Why? Because she fell in love with another man. We'll get into that, but, you know, that was that. They broke up. It is what it is. She started dating someone else. He started dating someone else. It happens, guys. Let's normalize that, okay? Let's go a couple years down the line. Rory's at college. Who still has her contact info? Oh, Dean. Okay, you could say, like, they're, like, friends, you know, they're keeping in touch. Okay, yeah. Dean's married. He has a beautiful, lovely wife. Shout out Lindsay. I love Lindsay. But he's still texting and calling Rory and asking her about her motherfucking day. Okay. Let's just leave it at they're friends, whatever, right? Then it escalates a little more, you know? Now he's hanging out with Rory. He's hanging out with her instead of hanging out with Lindsay, and it's like, you know, their marriage is kind of getting a little rocky. It's on the rocks, as you would say at a bar. But he doesn't give a fuck. He's over here, you know, having a ball with Rory Gilmore, guys. Having a fucking ball. She doesn't care. And so at this point, you're probably like, guys, they're just friends. They fucked. Guys, they had sex. They literally had sex. And she lost her virginity to Dean. Can I say that? And can I also say, he was married. He was literally married. So you may think like, okay, harmless speaking, harmless hangouts. At the end of the day, they fucked. So was it really harmless if we knew deep down that they had those feelings for each other? So broke up a marriage, embarrassing. Lost her virginity to a really ugly man, embarrassing. Overall, the situation was just really gross and ugly. And then they didn't even date after that. Actually, can I say this really quick? I'm so sorry. They did date. So they start dating. Really embarrassing relationship, but they start dating. And you know what happens? It doesn't work out. Dean leaves her because he realizes he made a mistake. So now Rory is heartbroken twice. I mean, was she heartbroken the first time with Dean? Who knows? But let's just say yes. Now it's her second time breaking up with Dean. So at the end of the day, they were gonna break up. Why go through all of that again? Like, it's just, you made all this mess, you ruined everything. It's just like, it's gross, it's embarrassing. No need for it. So I'm not forgetting him, so please don't fret, but we're gonna go and jump to Rory and Logan. Oh my God. You guys, you Gilmore Girls, you love him. I don't care for him. In the sense that, I won't get into it, whatever. So you're gonna have to bear with me on this one because I don't like watching Year in the Life. Regardless, I need to talk about this, So Rory and Logan date after her second time breaking up with Dean. It's a pretty serious relationship, you know, in college to post-college until he proposed and they broke up. That scene actually happened here at USC, by the way. Fun fact. Let's continue. There was really nothing really crazy with that one, you know? The relationship happened, it ended, and then this show was over. Cut to Year in the Life. In Year in the Life, Logan is in a relationship. He's living God knows where. Who's sleeping in his bed? Rory Gilmore. Oh my God, D1 homewrecker. Like, girl, get a grip on reality. Like, it's just like, what are you doing? And then she gets pregnant with who? Who freaking knows? But it's like, if you didn't want to marry this man when you were fresh out of college, why would you still continue pursuing him in any regard years later? Like, it just makes no sense in my mind. I didn't know I wrote this down. I said, what's the point of fucking him? Like, I guess whatever, have sex, keep your body count low, but like, that's embarrassing. So for those of you who are thinking, oh, I'm just gonna fuck my ex so I can like fuck someone and like keep the body count low. You don't need to have sex that bad, okay? It's just cringe. It's just cringe. Like, the whole her getting back with him was cringe and like fucking him was cringe. Cause it's like, it's cringe. Next. Now we have Rory and Jess. So they dated, like, immediately after Dean, like, they were basically dating while she was with Dean, like, at this point, let's just fucking say that. But anyway, they broke up, whatever. And then they, like, never get back together, which is, like, nice, because it's, like, I don't think anyone should get back with their ex. But there is an incident. Guys, there's an incident. Obviously, there's the first incident, which is, like, I don't know if I would consider this at first. I wasn't even going to consider it at all until now, but the I love you incident. Okay, weird. But it shows. Even after you break up, you can still have some feelings. Because people don't communicate these days, guys. We need to keep doing that. Second, run away with me. Let's leave Yale. Let's leave Yale together. And leave with me. Like, I want to be with you. Okay. Oh, okay, communication. Shit, he was up front. And so was Rory. He said, if you don't want to be with me, then say no. And she said no. First time she made a smart decision. But then we have the third incident, which is the worst incident. When he's living in Philadelphia, she goes to his show? I don't know what it was. And then they kiss. And it's like, yeah, nothing came out of it. Yeah, nothing happened. But it's like, why are you kissing? You guys dated when you were in high school. Like, there's still something there for some reason. But it's like, is there? Like, dead ass the show writers just put that in just so they could see them, like, kiss or something. Like, reunion. I don't get it. And I feel like in real life, I don't get it either. Why are you kissing them? Like, move the fuck on. If you truly moved on, then move the fuck on. So that's just like a quick run through. That's like a quick run through of just like some of Rory Gilmore and her experiences of getting back together with exes. I would argue that her and Dean's situation was the worst of them all. And I hope people would agree with me that getting back together with your ex while they're married is bad. But it gets worse, guys, because like mother, like daughter. Her mom is the same way. So I guess you could say, you know what, poor fucking Rory. Like, she was born into this. Like, it's her genes, it's her DNA. Because her mom is exactly the same. Like 10 times worse. Oh my God. I feel like when people think about getting back with their ex, you know, usually it's like a one-time thing. Like with Rory kissing Jess at that thing, it's like you have this memory of this person that at one point you were like so in love with, you cared about them, and at that point in life, that was like everything, and like you truly did care for them, right? But you broke up. And I think that happens for a reason, because just if someone was truly meant to be in your life, I don't think they would leave. So you have all these, like, you know, at one point you cared for them. You see them 10 years later. What hits you? Nostalgia. Nostalgia hits you. And you're like, oh, remember when you actually cared about me and I cared about you?
Remember the times we had.
So then you kiss them, you sleep with them, you do whatever you want to do with them. But all of that just to then be like, wait, no, we broke up for a reason. What am I doing? So it's like, you have to like resist nostalgia. You have to resist everything, guys. And like, just like lock in with your mind. But I think that's easy. You know, that's easy. Where I think people truly get got is the on and off relationships. Ooh, did I just say that? That's what is the most annoying to me, is on and off relationships. Like, I've said this 10,000 times in this video, but it didn't work for a reason. Why are you trying again? And it's crazy when you try like a third time. Like, okay. Let's put this into perspective. Like, you date someone, break up, whatever, okay. You go, let's try this one more time. Why would you do that? But you did it, okay? Hey, it's working for a bit. Oh my God, yeah. You break up again. Okay. So you're like, didn't work out. I should probably like, maybe like stay single, work on myself, or like find someone new. I don't know. But then you try a third time and you're like, actually no, third time's a charm. What? I'm just like, in what world does that make sense? Like, you're like, no, but like we wouldn't come back to each other. What's the saying? If it's truly meant for you, like it'll come back. I don't believe in that. Am I like a hater? I don't know. I'm sorry. I think I'm just realistic. Like, you think in your head, you're like, oh, but they keep coming back. They keep saying they want me. It's easy. It's easy to go back to something that you already know. Like, you've been there, done that. It's safe. It's low risk, high reward. So, of course, people do it, but is it a good idea? No, because 10,000 out of 10,000 times, don't fact check me, you're gonna break up eventually anyway. Like, I'm truly trying to think of a time where like on and off relationships like worked. And shit, if you have one, like comment, but I have one that didn't work, so let me talk about it. Lorelai and Chris. So obviously, for backstory, for if anyone doesn't know, is Lorelai and Chris, they were high school sweethearts. They were dating in high school. She got pregnant and ended up moving to Stars Hollow and raising Rory on her own. Okay, valid. Go off. So they dated, obviously broke up because she moved away. Whatever. Bro, take a shot every time I say whatever. They rekindle when Rory is older. Well, I mean, they have a child. So this is a little, like a more of a special situation, but I think it still applies. So they do need to stay in contact, I guess, for the sake of the child. But they start like kind of dating again. And from there on out, well, it didn't last that long, because guess what? He was dating this girl named Sherry, he was gonna leave her for Lorelai, and then Sherry gets pregnant. So what's he doing? Leaving Lorelai for pregnant Sherry. And so now Lorelai is just kind of like left like, bro, I thought we were gonna be together, but in just 1 second, he like up and left. So that's just like embarrassing. Second time he left you, right? Well, I guess first because you left, but it's like second time you broke up. So it's like, okay, whatever. But this one's like low-key worse because at this point now, Rory thought that her parents were like back together, so now she's mad as fuck and she's like, you guys made it seem like we were gonna be a family and we're not, according to you? Oh, okay. So that's that. So Lorelai's dating Luke now. And, you know, obviously she's still in contact with Christopher because, like, father of my child. But who the freak is jealous over there? Mr. Luke. And I think for good reason. Like, yes, stay in contact with your kid, but, like, being sus and, like, hanging out and, like, he broke up with Sherry at one point and then she, like, went over and, like, comforted him. And it's like, I understand, like I said, and for every single one of these, like, at one point you care for them. It's like, you still do. Like, that's the father of your child, but, like, have some decorum and have boundaries because you're in a new relationship. I don't know. It's just weird. So Christopher is a threat to Luke. And guess what, guys? Luke's not crazy because when Lorelai and Luke got into a fight in this episode, who does she fuck right after? They fight and she goes straight to Christopher's house.
Huh?
So it's like, I wasn't crazy. You were still in love with them. Like, what? Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. No, I'm not. The fact that we can acknowledge that this ex was like, I don't want to keep saying threat, but like a problem. It's just like something was there once, and I know I said like nostalgia is why you think it's still there. I feel like you can't backtrack once you've changed the person from romantic to platonic to romantic. But anyway, so now Lorelai is back with Christopher for the third time. Yeah, like we said, guys, third time's a charm. They're literally like gonna get married. They're engaged. And then within a matter of months, in season 7, by the way, they get divorced. Well, not divorced. They didn't even get... Oh, they did. They got married in Paris. Fuck. Okay, yeah. They get divorced within like a matter of months. So at the end of the day, it didn't work out. And then they never get back together after that. I mean, you married the guy. How are you going to get back together with that? So, to put it into perspective, dated, broke up. Years later, dated again, broke up. Years later, dated again, got married, broke up. And we see Lorelai go through this breakup every time. In season whatever the fuck, when he left her for Sherry, she was down bad and upset. That's like second heartbreak. We don't see the first one, but I imagine she was heartbroken. So second heartbreak after Sherry, gets divorced with Christopher, third heartbreak. It's like, we could have cut that down to one heartbreak and saved you the time and the tears and the heartache, you know? I'm just like, why would you want to put yourself through that another time? And you could say like, no, but like this time it's different. Baby, you did this 3 times. Like, you tried to date this man 3 times. I feel like if there was problems the first time and you acknowledged them, and why would you think that something's different the second, third, or fourth time? Like, maybe there's a miracle in a world, in a magical, beautiful world where like people change and like become the person that you want them to be, but like, I don't think it's Earth, baby. Overall, guys, it's just like, they try to get back together like 3, 4 fucking times. Each time failed so bad. Like, take it as a sign take it as a sign that it's just not meant to be. I feel like people take the coming back as a sign, but that's easy. Coming back is easy. I know you, we dated, I know how to do this. That's not a sign. The sign is them leaving, because it is. Anyway, now I have like honorary mention. I want to shout out Richard Gilmore and Emily Gilmore, because I feel like my examples so far have been like, okay, so, you know, maybe don't sleep with your ex who's married. Okay, yeah, I feel like people can agree with that. Maybe don't kiss your ex after years. Some people might not agree. They'll be like, who cares? I'm living life. And hey, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your life in this video. I'm just trying to give some advice that, you know, most likely it's not a good idea, but hey, do what you gotta do. But anyway, yeah, maybe like don't kiss your ex after years, because it's just like, why are we doing that? Maybe don't be in an on and off relationship, because shit's not gonna change, you know? You're going back in, you're going back out. It's like you're experiencing this heartbreak multiple times. It's like, I don't know. I feel like just going back to an ex ultimately puts you in a situation where you're bound to be hurt in one way or another. And hey, maybe you're like future shit. I don't fucking know. Maybe your future out there, like balling, not giving a fuck, but you're probably not. Like, you probably will give a fuck. I'm sorry. You probably will give a fuck. So a lot of like very, like, I got back with my ex and like romantic situations, right? And you're probably like, I can still be friends with my ex. Tara Yummy does it. Tara Yummy and Jake Weber do it. Why can't I? And I have my own thoughts, but I don't want to comment on their relationship. So I will comment on Richard Gilmore and Emily Gilmore's relationship. The big one. Emily and Richard have been married for like 40 plus years. Solid relationship, you know, they built their little empire, built their little family. I like them. I think they're cute. And then we find out, you know, in season 4, episode 9, we meet this lady, Penelon Lott. And she's, you know, off the bat, she's just like a friend from the past. And Emily is not too fond of her, you know. She's like, hi, Penelon, very, you know, on guard, and like, Penelon, get the fuck out, right? Richard is very friendly though. And then we learned that Penelon is Richard's college girlfriend. So it's like, obviously Emily's gonna have some resentment. Like, this is the woman before me. Like, yes, we're married 40 years and can I just say, like, you're married 40 years, even less than that though, like, you should have the like trust with your partner that, like, if you were in an environment where one of their exes did show up, it happens, you should have that like trust and security that, you know, like, this is my man, like, okay, hey, crazy running into you, but let's keep it pushing. And I'm not stressed though if you say, hey, like, it is a person, you know, like, the fuck, you know. But still, it's like, wait, but like, that's the girl before me. And it doesn't help that Richard's mother like loves her. But anyway, we learn that Richard has been having lunch with her once a year since the year he and Emily got married. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I would crash the fuck out. Oh, and Emily did. She did. And you're probably like, you know, it's just lunch. It's not like they were like, had a secret relationship behind her back. It's just lunch. If it was just lunch, why did both of Richard and Penelon's respective partners not know? Because Penelon's husband didn't know. Emily didn't know of this lunch. If it's just lunch, why don't they know? Oh, I don't have to tell my partner everything. I guess you don't. Have your boundaries, but you're getting lunch with your ex-girlfriend every year, and it started the year you and I got married. Like, that too is what gets me, is like, you had to start this the year we got married. Like, it just makes it worse. It's like, you married me, but you still feel like you should have a reason to connect with this person that you also at one point loved, you also at one point cared about, you fucked. Like, move the fuck out. Bye. Go ahead and get gone. Call up Penelin and see if she's home. Do it. I'm just like, if he, like, you know, they're in the same crowd, if he had run into Penelin at Yale over the years, you know, it's like, which they have, you know, you're gonna see her when you go to Yale for the Yale alumni events. But anyway, it's like, that's another thing. It's like, you can't avoid that. I mean, maybe you can, but it's like, inevitably we'll be in the same room. We're both Yale alumni. Like, but that's that. Like, leave it at that. But they didn't, did they? And you could be like, oh, well, I don't care. Like, if I found this out, like, I wouldn't care. Maybe you wouldn't, but I feel like most people would. And at the end of the day, this was happening to Emily, and she fucking cared. She was mad as fuck. And you can tell it fucking bothers her, because then, and even in the later seasons, that was what, season 4? I think we have like 7 seasons. Yeah. All the way up until season 7, anytime something fucking sus happens, she's like, why don't you call Penelin? Why don't you see what the fuck Penelin's doing? Like, I wouldn't bring her up if you weren't having lunch with her every fucking year behind my back. That's what also gets me, is the fucking behind my back. I think I already said that, but if it wasn't an issue, why did you keep it a secret? Anyway, taking this too personal. There's a helicopter. Hey guys, welcome back to my ASMR. Please let me know if I should start an ASMR channel. Okay, helicopter's gone. In the wise words of Glinda of the Upper Uplands, I would like to say, I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn. She ate with that one. She fucking ate with that one. And I agree. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. People are going to come into your life. They're going to leave. Some will stay. And I don't think that one is better or worse than the other, honestly, if that was implied. The people that stay are just the people that are meant to be in your life. And then the people who leave are just the people who came to, like, teach you something. To teach you something, give you something. They're meant to leave. They're not supposed to be the people that stay. Because if they were the people that stayed, then I don't think you would learn anything or gain anything from them. And that just applies to everyone, not just romantic relationships. I think it's just everyone. But specifically to romantic relationships, I want to say that obviously, you know, relationships are tricky, they're nuanced. It's more than just black and white. The situations these characters have gone through, maybe you've been through similar, maybe you haven't. But I just think that the universe or God or whatever you believe in, if this divine power ends your time with someone for whatever reason, I feel like it's a sign. That's just a big thing too, is I think people forget there's a lot of other people in the world. Your paths crossed, and that's all they were meant to do, was just cross. Especially in scenarios where they broke up with you, I'm just like, they didn't want you in the first place. What the fuck makes you think they're gonna want to stay with you now? So, moral of the story. What's the moral, guys? The moral of the story is this. TV and movie characters can teach you a lot. They can show you, you know, the truth of getting back with your ex. But I guess, at the end of the day, we're in real life. But I think that TV and movies, I think that they reflect real life, and they just reflect the truth back at us like tenfold. So if you run into your ex and you're like, oh God, that's him, that's her, what do I do? I could, oh, they invite me to their house, like I could go. Oh, they're gonna be at this party, like I could go. Oh, I should say hey. You know, take your own individual situation into account. Maybe just keep the video in mind. Maybe just keep in mind, like if you go out there and you kiss your ex, just know I'll be thinking about you, and I'll be thinking, that's so cringe. Like, there's so much more in the world, and you're kissing the guy who cheated on you. That's a very specific situation, but yeah. Guys, people, they're like, I don't want to start over. Just take your time with Shane. Like, just like take Rory into account, take Lorelai, take Emily and Richard into account. Think about your own life and make your own best judgment, guys. This was why you shouldn't get back with your ex, using examples from Gilmore Girls. Please keep your heart safe, be smart, think about what you're doing, and keep it in your mind. Keep this in your mind. Guys, how do I end the video? So yeah, if you're asking yourself that question, you know, should I get back with my ex? I'm gonna vote no. And I think you should think long and hard about doing that. Okay? Long and hard. But don't think about their long. So thanks for watching, everyone. I want to do more video essays. I have a couple more planned. I think this was a good test run. This was like my test run video essay. So if you have any like tips or tricks, please comment down below. If you have any like TV shows or like movies that have crazy like relationships, I will watch it. I will delve deep into it. I will connect it to something. I don't know. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Bye everyone.